Hello everyone and welcome back. This is going to be a short video in which we're going to install Morgan, which is a small logging tool that can be extremely helpful when debugging our application. Basically what Morgan does is anytime any request is made to our server, it'll log that request out to the terminal. So it makes it very easy for us to make sure that we are making the request that we think we're making. The reason I'm discussing it now is that this is the point in the course where oftentimes people start to get really frustrating little bugs that show up that are oftentimes related to HTTP requests. If you make a typo, the request you're sending might be a GET request instead of a delete request, things like that. So it can be super helpful to have something logging all this stuff out to the console so you can see and double check and make sure that every request is actually what you want it to be and what you think it's supposed to be. So here's the npm docs on Morgan. We install it the exact same way we install everything else, npm I Morgan. While that's installing, let's look at the docs. Basically, what you have to do, let's find the example. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. You require Morgan, as always, app.use, and then you have Morgan called as a function, passing in the configuration name as a string. There's a lot of different configurations. Let's find them. Here they are. Predefined format. You can do combined or common or dev or short or tiny or tokens. I'm going to do tiny. That includes the method, the URL, the status code, the response length, and the response time in milliseconds. But if you need more, there are more. Like there's the standard Apache, there's a combined, there's all kinds of different ones you can do. You can even customize it if you're really into it. I'm not going to take the time to do that. We're just going to use Morgan Tiny, but you have that option. You can do more things. So let's just copy this, and this is done. Yes, so inside of our app.js, we are importing Morgan, and we need to app.use Morgan. And we're just going to put this down in the config. And we can break that out later. Instead of combined, I want tiny. So let's go ahead and run no daemon. There we go. And now let's just refresh this page. And we can see here that we got a GET request to /comics. It's got a 304 is the response code. 304 stands for the cached version you have is the same, so you don't need to update anything. Let's click on right here. We got a GET request to /comics/ID. We got a 200, which means just everything went okay. And then that's the length of the response. And then we got, it took us 170.815 milliseconds to get. So let's send an edit request. You can see that we got a GET request here. Let's update something. Let's make this Dave Gibbons, because he's the artist. Submit. Now we see that we got a put request to here, method to this URL. You'll notice that it includes the method equals put in the URL. That's the length of that's the code. That's the length of the response that I got, and then there's that. So that's Morgan. That's really all it does. That's really all you need it to do, is it tells you whenever you get HTTP requests to your server. That is it for this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. Thanks.